Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big Fun Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 9 of our winning a national title with every team here in the game here in College Football 26. If you guys have not watched any of the episodes, up in the right hand corner will be a playlist from episode 1 to 9. Of course, if you guys are unable to watch those videos, I completely understand. Down in the description below will be a record of every team that we have done so far and their season they eventually won a national championship. Obviously, new episode means new team, which means we get a wheel spin. If you guys do want to bypass the wheel, write a comment down below, and we'll get into that season, or I guess into that team, next episode, or in the next 2. It won't be for the next 3 episodes. Just a little warning. I do go on a trip starting Friday, so I'll probably have a couple of these pre-recorded, just so we have them up so you guys can watch the videos. Anyways, let's spin the wheel. Let's see which team we're going to get. Kind of hoping for an easier team. And it looks like we are going to the ACC. Oh, we're going to get Stanford. We are going to go with Stanford here in this one. I know they really don't have a great team to start. But it is a Power 5. And Stanford is a 79 overall. One of the, even though Duke's at 79, they do really well in these simulations. About middle of the road for the ACC, on the lower side of the middle of the road, but it's still pretty decent. So Stanford will be the team that we get. Of course, we're going to be the head coach. We're going to be Wheeler here for talent developer. He's a D-plus head coach. Stanford, again, has not had very good seasons the last couple years, so gotta be better. Hopefully we can. But we'll, of course, check out the coach abilities and our team-wise. But Wheeler does have talent developer, which really will help quarterbacks, wide receivers, and not O-line yet, but that might what we start first. We do have motivator, mostly for the offense. We do need to upgrade running back and O-line first, so we can get that going as well for the training boost. We also do have some recruiter, but it's mostly just scouting. Our offense coordinator does have talent developer as well. Nothing really upgradable, though. So that's really unfortunate. Our quarterback, or again, recruiting, same thing, mostly just scouting. And he also has motivator for quarterbacks for the offseason training boost, so that will help. Our defensive coordinator, though, is the opposite. He does have motivator, mostly for the linebackers. We also have architect, but nothing for the skill cap. That's kind of unfortunate. We also do have tactician, again, mostly for defense, which will help out a little bit, but might have to look for a new defensive coordinator. I don't know. But let's check out this team as well. We'll go check the roster. Colin Wright is a 88 overall. He's leaving us, though. Sam Roush is 85. He'll be leaving us. Quarterback is Elijah Brown, sophomore, 75. We do have Dylan Risk. I don't know. 74 overall as a freshman redshirt. None of these guys really have good development traits, but hopefully we can get that upgraded. Micah Ford, 82 overall. He does want to leave because of playing style. That's a little unfortunate. Cedric Irvin, same thing. Pro potential. Chris Davis Jr. is an 80 overall. We have a lot of good young halfbacks, but I think a lot of them will leave. But we do have some with good speed. But all of them want to leave, besides one. That's Chris Davis Jr. Wide receivers, we only have a couple of them, not very much. Tight end, we do have 2 good ones, but 3 tight ends will be leaving us. We're going to need offensive line. We're going to need... Okay, yeah, we just pretty much need everything. Besides maybe corners? Yeah, besides maybe corners. Safeties. We have 3 kickers. At least we won't need a kicker. Don't know why we have 3 kickers, but we do. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up. I'll see everyone at the end of Season 1 here with Stanford. And here we are after end of Season 1 here with Stanford. We go 7-5 here on the season. It's at above 500 season, better than the last couple of years. Start out beating Hawaii by 1, then losing to BYU, then won 4 in a row against Boston College, Virginia, San Jose State, and SMU, before losing 3 in a row to North Carolina, Miami, and Pitt, beating North Carolina and Cal before losing to Notre Dame to end out the season. So 7-5 isn't bad. It's a lot better than 3-9s they've been putting up the last couple years, so we'll take it, and that should raise the prestige a little bit, at least. I think we're 2.5. We might get to 3, but we got a lot of people wanting to transfer out after the season, so it is just a little unfortunate. Matier wins the Heisman. I think that's how you say his name. I'm very bad with names, as you guys know. Wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,200 yards. Yeah, 3,200, about 3,250, pretty much. 34 touchdowns with a 65% completion percentage to win the Heisman Trophy for Oklahoma. We'll be playing Iowa in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. So, I think it is that one. I wasn't paying attention to the bowl game. All I knew was it said Dukes. But, anywho, we're going to advance all the way to the end-of-season recap, see if we win our bowl game and have an 8-win season, which we do not. We go 7-6. We do raise our prestige to a 3. Conference prestige now at A+. Coach stability up to a B+. Coach prestige up to a C-. But we still have about 20 players wanting to leave Stanford here. So that's not exactly great. But let's take a look at the bracket. Looks like Georgia defeats Oregon 36-17 with UNLV, Miami, Baylor, Oklahoma, Penn State win their respective conferences, with USC, Illinois, Nebraska, Arizona State, Ole Miss, Oregon, and Georgia as the at-large bids. So congrats to them. And now we move on to the dreaded part of this video. It will be the players leaving aspect. Again, we got a lot of people wanting to leave. Probably going to be about 20 here in Season 1. And it is. Yeah, that's a lot of players. We do have 5 persuasions. I'm going to go try to get Irvin back. He's gone. Maybe Cole. Oh, Cole's going to stay. That's a big one. Maybe Caden High. He's gone. That's unfortunate. He's one of our best. We're going to lose our starting quarterback as well. And at this point, we might as well just go after Ali. And he is also gone. So we only keep 1. And it's Cole Tab. He decides to stay. So there is that, I guess. But other than that, we got to have a little bit better here in the transfer portal. And hopefully we can bring these players in. But I'm going to get the transfer portal out of the way. We'll just check draft results. I don't think we did. We got a corner. That's nice. But anyways, I'm going to get the transfer portal done. I'll be back in just a second. And here we are at the portal, or after the portal, really. We signed 29 players here this season. It's not the best in the ACC. That would go to Clemson. We have going to be a tough if we do reach the top of the ACC. But we do have like the 5th best in the ACC with 29 players, 7 4-stars, 23 stars, and 2 2-stars here on the season. And let's go through, see if we get any good development traits. We have a couple normals. We do get a star wide receiver with 87 speed. Got a couple impacts. We do got another star dev with a halfback with 84 speed, 92 acceleration. We do got another star dev with an edge rusher, 3-star. That's good. We'll take that. Bunch of normals and impacts the rest of the way. So only a couple stars. Nothing really to write home about. We decided to keep both of our coordinators. So, we do have 3 athletes to move. This guy is a quarterback, and he will move to that position since we did lose a quarterback as well. Boudreaux is he a coverage specialist? I didn't see. He's a thumper, so he will be going to linebacker. It'll be a Mike linebacker, even though it's not the best spot for him, but don't want any extra stuff. This is pure possession. So he's a tight end. That will help out a lot, actually. But going through quarterbacks, we do have Danny. Probably not going to lead us. It's probably going to be Dylan or Ben. Goldbranson or Rizk. Or Risk. I don't know how you say his name. Probably going to take over, and then Danny will be our backup, probably. Halfback is an 82. We have a lot of good ones. Micah Ford, Chris Davis Jr., Cole Tab all decided to stay. That's big. Heath Stewart will be behind them, probably sitting a year. Our wide receivers are still looking a little rough. Tight ends, we have 3 new ones. Or not 3 new ones, but offensive line, we do have an 83 center, but that's about it. Edge rushers, we do have an 89 overall, but that's about it. Anyone else that needs to be moved over? No, we're good on free and strong safeties. We're good on kicker punter. We will need a punter for next season, but that's besides the point. So let's advance to next week, go over the training results, and hopefully we have some big ones for us this season. We just leveled up for the first time as well. We are 79 from last year. We'll check that at the end of the video, or end of season 1 here to move up. We do have a 91 overall. It is the transfer of Morgan coming over. He's a 91. Our center is now an 85. We have an 82 plus 4, 82, 80 overall for Jake Pope. Quarterback is Risk. We're just going to call him Dylan. Plus 3's up to a 77. Branson's behind him at 76. Halfback's an 82 with Micah 40. Went up plus 2 speed and plus 2 acceleration. That's good. Wide receivers an 80 with Galvin. He's up to a 90 speed. We also have Red, who's 91 speed. Tight ends a 76. Left tackle 77. Left guard's a 77. Center's an 85. Right guard's in an 80. And our right tackle is a 78. Of course, we have that 91 overall. Anyone with like a huge boost? I don't believe so. We did get a plus 8 for Darius Davis. That's nice. His awareness went way up. We also went up plus 5 for AJ. He is now going to be our kicker. Although Clark does have more kick power, but Seidler has better accuracy. He got plus 10 awareness. And our punter's up plus 2 to a 76. So let's see if we need to encourage any transfers. I don't believe so, just since we just lost a lot of people. And no, we are 10 players under the limit. So let's advance the week, see what this team overall is now after having a 79 last season. And the answer to that would be an 81. So we actually do improve by 2 overall. So we'll take it, but that's going to end season 1. It's on season 2 here with Stanford. And here we are in season number 2 here with Stanford. We go 6-6 here on the season. So a little bit, 1 game loss compared to last year. We started off 2-1 after defeating San Jose State and UNLV after we lost to Hawaii. Then we lost back-to-back against SMU, Notre Dame. Won 3 in a row against NC State, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech. Lost then 3 of our next 4, all against ranked opponents. Won by Louisville. Got stomped by Miami and lost 3 to Duke. But we did beat Cal by 3 in between those losses. So, unfortunately, it's not a decent season. However, it is still a 500 season. We also do sign a 4-star Will linebacker. We'll gladly take that. We are a 3-star school. We still got a lot of people wanting to transfer out due to pro potential and some to championship contender, but that is about it. And hopefully we can keep those guys around into next season because I think we'll be even better for next year. Because right now we are an 82 overall, 84 on offense, 81 on defense. And we actually have a San Jose wide receiver winning the Heisman. 99 catches, 1,600 yards, and 17 touchdowns for Kozart. And we'll be taking on Tulsa in the Military Bowl. It's another bowl game for us. Hopefully we can win this one. They went 8-4 on the season. But we will go ahead and simulate an in-season recap, see how it all unfolds with this season. And we got the win. So we are 7-6, so we get a plus 500 season. We're now a 3.5-star school with coach prestige and athletic facilities improving to a C+ respectively. But still a couple players want to transfer out. We do have some coach points to use. I don't think we're going to be getting... Yeah, we can't. That would have to get another upgrade to get the running backs all set in stone. But we have the same coordinators as always. The bracket looked like this, with USC beating Clemson 41-22 in the national championship. So they won season 2 with Hawaii, Arizona State, Florida, Clemson, and USC won their respective conferences. Ohio State, Duke, Notre Dame, Alabama, BYU, Texas Tech, and Penn State were the at-large bids. So congrats to them here on this season. And now hopefully we can be on that list here in the coming years. But let's get into players leaving, and hopefully we don't have another 20 players wanting to leave. But I think that's probably what's going to happen, and it looks like it is. We do have 6 persuasion attempts. Hopefully we can bring back Micah Ford, and he wants to be gone. Chambliss is also gone. I guess we're going to go down here, try to get the mediums like Neely. He stays. Mattingly stays. And Dunbar leaves. But we keep Francisco. So we don't have... I mean, we did keep a couple. Not too many, though. But it is a little unfortunate. We'll advance the week, see if we get anybody drafted into the league. I don't believe so. I don't think we had like a big... And we also signed a 3-star wide receiver. That helps. Did we get anyone in the draft? We did. We actually had Virgin Morgan as a second-round pick as our defensive edge, and a center in the 5th round. So we do get some players into the draft. So that's good. But anyways, I'm going to get the transfer portal done. I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 31 players here this season. A pretty solid class. It actually lands us in the top 16 with 1 5-star, 8 4-stars, and 22 3-stars. Miami had 21 4-stars. That's insane. But let's check out the recruiting class, see if we get any good development traits. And we do immediately with our dual threat quarterback. He's a star dev. And another star dev for the Will linebacker to the 4-star. We also get another Sam linebacker that's a 4-star and 2 Sam linebackers with star devs. So we'll gladly take that. Anybody else, though? I think everyone else is normal. I think even our 5-star wide receiver is a normal dev. Kind of unfortunate, but let's go to position changes. We do have a couple athletes to move around. No, we don't. We're actually good. Nate is also very, very close to already starting. Danny will probably start for us next year. Halfback is an 81 with Chris Davis Jr. We have Cole Tabb, Champ Hampton. We do have a couple new halfbacks behind them. Wide receivers. Sharp does have 87 speed with 90 acceleration. And, of course, his thing is pro potential. We're definitely not having that anytime soon. We do need to move some right tackles to left tackle. I think we're going to move James Buck over to left. And then we're also going to move Jeremiah over to left. I think that's what we're going to do. Because we already have a 71 overall there. He'll start. So, could move a left guard to center, but we'd lose one of our guards. Actually, we could move Owens. That's what we're going to do. We'll move Owens to center. 73 overall. We just have a 70 overall offensive line at least. Linebackers actually look pretty good now. Durango's a 78. We also have Casey at a 76. Both again with star devs. Corner is okay. Safeties are okay. Hopefully we get some improvements there. Still have 2 kickers. So there's that. But I don't think we need to do anything else in this week. So let's go and see the training results. Hopefully. There's some good ones. Do we get 4,200 XP? Let's see where we're at. We also get a dev upgrade for Richardson. He's up to an impact dev. We'll take that. That's the only one, though. Spencer Hicks with star dev gets plus 14, plus 4 to speed and acceleration. He's up to a 90 overall. He's our best player as an 87. I would say that's pretty good. We also get Danny with a plus 7. He's up to an 82. We have some very good upgrades this year. Davis up to an 82. Tabbs up to an 80. Wide receiver, of course, 87. Hall's up to an 80. Red's up to a 79. Offensive line, though, didn't get much of the good upgrades. We got a couple plus 4s and plus 5s. With an 80 overall left edge. We also have an 80 overall Sam linebacker. 84 corner. Nicholson's up to an 84. Richardson's up to an 80. So we have that. He also is now up to gold robber. Plus 6 to one of our backup strong or free safeties. Kicker went up plus 4 because he went up plus 9 with awareness. Of course, our punter is a freshman. So we get a big upgrade for one of our wide receivers. But that's about it. So now we'll see if we need to encourage any transfers. Do we need to do that? No, we are still 7 under, so we are good there. We'll advance the week, see what this new team overall is, because we were an 82 overall last year, 84 offense, 81 defense. That is going to turn into a 78. Offense took a way step back, down to a 76. Okay, well, we got to work it out for us here going into Season 3. And here we are in Season 3, even though we have the worst overall team, at least from our first 2 seasons. We actually have our best season at 8-4. I don't know how we did it, but we did. We started out 2-0, then lost the next 3, then went on a huge winning streak, beating SMU, Syracuse, Tulane, Duke, North Carolina, and Cal before losing to Notre Dame, who went 10-2. So it was a ranked loss, but yet I don't know how we're not ranked at that point, even though we beat Tulane earlier on this season. But we're not going to make the conference championship game. We do sign a 3-star guard. We did need some offensive linemen, so we'll gladly take it. But we will be making a bowl game as well. So let's see what bowl game that we are going to have. And then, of course, we'll check out the bracket. I totally forgot to check the stats in the first 2 seasons. I apologize. I totally forgot to do that. Oh, well. I'll remember now. Quincy Porter wins the Heisman Trophy, 96 receptions, 1,400 yards, and 19 touchdowns. And we'll be playing Ole Miss in the Birmingham Bowl. So a pretty decent season for us, and hopefully we can finish it off being 9-4 rather than 8-5 here on Season 3. It would be kind of nice if we can get there, but you never know how it can go, and we are 8-5. We are now a 4-star school. Coach stability goes down, but coach prestige improves. And we still got a lot of people wanting to transfer out. But now let's check out the stats here in Season 3, even though I forgot first and the first and second team. Danny, even though pro potential is a deal breaker, hopefully he doesn't leave. Went 2,900 yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Nate even came in for 2 games, 32-55, 464, and 4 touchdowns to 1 interception. Rushing-wise, Chris Davis Jr. at 888 yards with 5 touchdowns, as I hiccup every single time I try to talk. Receiving-wise, Hicks had over 910 yards, 4 touchdowns. Sharp, might be losing half of our wide receivers again. Defensive-wise, Pope had 69 tackles, lead the team. Dar with tackles for loss and sacks. Richardson had 3 picks to lead the team. We did not have a defensive touchdown. Kicking-wise, we missed 1 extra point and 4 field goals. And we had a kick return touchdown. Nice. We'll take that this season. Checking out the bracket, though, here in Season 3. Alabama lost to Tennessee 49-37 with Tulane, Arizona State. Michigan, Alabama, and Miami winning their respective conferences. And Tennessee, Notre Dame, Clemson, Michigan State, USC, Texas Tech, and Pitt with the at-large bids. So congrats to them. And now we move on to the players leaving, and hopefully no one does. Unfortunately, it's probably going to happen. We're going to lose all of our quarterbacks as well. And yeah, there it is. We are losing. We're only losing 1. We'll go after Spencer Hicks first. He's going to be gone. Cole Tab, who's an 80 overall, is going to be gone. Al is going to be gone. We're going to lose a lot of people. Bates is going to stay. KZ is gone. Manu Punu is gone, and Nate is gone. We had Star Dev. We only keep 1 of the 7 that we had. It's Howie Bates, the junior redshirt safety. But everyone else is going to be gone. We did not have anyone drafted, I don't think. We'll advance next week, kind of see how it goes. And did we get anyone drafted? No. So I'm going to go ahead and get the transfer portal done. I'll be back in just a second. And after the portal, we signed 27 players, which is good for another top 25 class. We get the 3rd in the ACC, only behind Clemson, even though I guess we did sign more 3 stars and 4 stars, and that's why they're above us. But it is what it is with 27. Number 3 in the ACC. Let's check out the development traits. Our 5-star wide receiver, again, only has impact. It's kind of unfortunate. We just lost 1, but we gained 1 back. We do get a star dev edge rusher, so that's nice. But everybody else, and we got back-to-back stars with a 3-star Mike linebacker who's a transfer, and a 4-star corner who's a transfer. And the quarterback 3-star freshman transfer is a star development. So a couple star devs from transfers, including another one with this right tackle. So a lot of good development traits from the transfers. We'll gladly take it. Let's head into position changes. We do have one. It's Moses Bobo. He's a contact seeker. which means he's a halfback. Let's check out this team. Halfback is good with 4 players. We kept Danny somehow, some way. We kept him. We got a win to keep Acker, although he might take over since he is a star dev. So you never know. But halfback is Heath Stewart going to take over. He's got star dev. He might even improve as well. Even more. Wide receivers, Braden Blewett is an 81. Steve Sharp is a sophomore. He's a true sophomore as well. We have a couple freshmen here of 75 overall. Jose Gammon. Of course, he has conference prestige, so that will help us out a little bit. Tight ends are 74. All of them are. Offensive line, we're actually doing pretty decent other than at right guard, but that's going to be mostly ran by freshmen anyways. A lot of right tackles, all sophomores. Edge rushers, we're going to move our junior of... actually, we're going to move Francisco to left edge because he does have star development. I don't think the other guy had it as well. Yeah, he's also impact. Both of them are impact, so he's going to shoot up in overall. Defensive tackles 78, so that's solid. We only have one Sam linebacker, so we have to move a couple guys like Bo Tate over to left, or to Sam linebacker. I think we'll also move one more. We'll probably move like a freshman redshirt of Tompkins over, just so we can have another guy over there for down the road. Cornerbacks, we just need some speed out of our top 2 guys, or 2 of our top 3. We do have star dev for Larry, so hopefully he'll be improving as well. Safeties are good. Kicker's fine. Our punter's also really good. So hopefully we can improve in overall this year. Let's head into training results and see how this team improved. We get 6,000 XP. That does level us up. We only have like 6 players really wanting to transfer out, which really helps. And Black gets an upgrade to Impact Dev. It's the only one that gets one. Do we get any big upgrades? Nope, not like last year. We had a plus 14. I think he's gone now. Quarterback's an 85. It is Danny. What we have Acker at 80 overall. You got a plus 5. Stewart's up plus 6. He got plus 3 speed to him. We also have Dillard at plus 8. Plus 5 for Blewett. He's up to an 86. Yeah, I think he's gone. I think he was a star dev. Left tackle's 79. Left guard's 83. Center's an 86. Our right guard's a 72. And our right tackle is an 81. We also have another one at 80 overall. Edge rusher's an 83. And there's Cushion. Oh, wow. Cushionberry got plus 5, but Francisco only got plus 4. Digbo plus 6 speed. He's got 89 speed for an edge rusher. It's kind of insane. Anyone get like a big upgrade at linebacker? We got a plus 7 from Jewel. Plus 4 from Rashid. 92 speed, or 91 now. Everyone's got 90 speed besides McAllister. And yeah, that's about it. So unfortunately, no big upgrades. So let's see what this team is going to be overall. Again, we were 76 last year, or 78, I'm sorry. 78 and 76. We will encourage our transfers. I don't think we need to. We are only 4 under, though. So we're making moves on that. So 78 overall to now a... This team is pretty young as well. Only got a couple of junior and seniors. We're in 84. We're also end up ranked now at rank 21. That's going to end season 3. It is on season 4 here with Stanford. And here we are in season number 4 here with Stanford. We go 11-1, same as Miami, but we did lose our only game inside of the conference. I think it was to Miami, and it was. We lost 38-28. We beat Fresno State, Nevada, Colorado, and Clemson, Notre Dame, SMU, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, Virginia, Cal, and San Jose State here in this season. So we had a very good season. Let's see if we can win the conference championship game. We're going to make the college football playoff either way. I mean, if we win, we get a bye. But if we lose, we might play in the first round. I don't know. We do go 11-2, so we do lose. We are ranked 6, but that means we are going to be going into the college football playoff here for the first time with Stanford here in season 4. Pretty solid with us losing a lot of players early on, but really stepped up and got a lot of players in the transfer portal. But 4-star prestige, again, really only 8 players want to leave, and 3 of them are wide receivers, and 2 of them were playing time because they're 66 and 65 overall. You ain't playing anyways. Adam Schobel wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,600 yards, pretty much 3,700 yards, 38 touchdowns, 65% completion percentage, wins the Heisman for TCU's quarterback. We'll be playing Wisconsin in the first round of the college football playoff. So they made it. We'll check out the bracket just because we're already here. Arizona State, Tulane, Alabama, Michigan, and Miami won their respective conferences, with Oregon, Georgia, Pitt, Wisconsin, Stanford, Ohio State, and Clemson with the at-large bids. I like how Clemson didn't have a game and yet jumped up above us, even though we lost to Miami. We should have been 4. We should have had a bye. Granted, we'd have to play, one of them, but we get to play Wisconsin here in one, and we have a huge overall advantage by 9. So let's see if we can get a win here in our first playoff run. I've seen a lot of people with lower overalls do very, very good in this one. Granted, I've also seen a lot of good overall teams not do very well. We got to look at the tree the entire time. But we're going to be the home team here against Wisconsin. We're going to start on offense first. And the offense punts, and we give up a touchdown. It's now 14-0 after quarter number 1. Second quarter will begin with us getting a field goal and nothing else until just for the end of the half, where we get a touchdown but not the 2-point conversion to make it 14-9. We unfortunately had a chance to score but couldn't. We are down by 8 here in the fourth quarter, and we get a turnover. To start the fourth, we get the touchdown but not the 2, so we are still down by 2. Defense gets off the field. All we need is a field goal to take the lead, but unfortunately we have to punt. Defense, though, gets another 3 and out. The offense, again, just needs to get into field goal range, and we take the lead by 1. The defense, again, forces a 3 and out. There's the touchdown, and that is the game. Stanford was down 14-0 in the first quarter and come all the way back, scored 25 points to 3 in the final 3 quarters of the game. So we'll take it. We're moving on. We win the first game of the college football playoff here and go and move on to the quarterfinals. We also level up to level 34. So I need to upgrade the coach abilities there first thing first, because we don't want to lose anything for this upcoming offseason, because we need those training boosts. Anyways, we'll be playing Michigan in the Rose Bowl next week, or I guess this week wise. Let's go ahead and upgrade our coaching abilities now before I forget. We're going to upgrade our D-line to get that boost, and that will be very, very helpful, because now coach prestige should go way up, because now we are an A+ prestige after going 12-2. But we get another tough one with Michigan, and they have a huge overall advantage. But hopefully that will be us next year, because we will have a lot of people stay. Unless people want to leave because of pro potential. But then that's besides the point. But we are in the quarterfinals here with Stanford, and we're going to start on offense first. And the offense punts. The defense gets a stop, but not in the second part of the first quarter. It's 7-0 Michigan after they scored. They will score again. We were down 4. Well, now it's 7. Okay, well, this might not be going well for us. We do make it 24-7. But we are down 17 and make it back down a bunch. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go by quarter. No point of staying in this one. It's 38-7. We're going to lose 41-7. Michigan was the better team on paper, and that just means we got to be in the 90 overall range to even have a chance of winning. Because I knew 84 was not going to win at all, but we do go at least to a bowl game. We'll check out the stats just because we just ended our season. Danny had a very solid season of 3,200 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Acker even came in for one game through one pass for 14 yards. Rushing-wise, Stewart had 700 yards for 7 touchdowns. Danny also had a 280 and 7 on the ground. Receiving-wise, Blewett led the team with 888 with 6 touchdowns. Sharp also had 6 touchdowns with 814. Defensive-wise, Finau had 82 tackles. Dar had 15 tackles for loss and 9 sacks to lead the team. Roger Hyde had 4 picks to lead the team. We did not have a defensive touchdown. We missed 1 extra point and 8 field goals. We did not have a kick return or punt return touchdown. I just actually want to be sure. Did we not have a kick return? We did not. Huh. Well, we did not have any returns in this season, but let's go ahead and simulate now to the end of the season recap. It's only a couple weeks. Instead of the normal 4 that we have to simulate, it's only 2. I guess 3. But 84 overall. Coach stability goes down, so someone left. Coach prestige improves. Athletic facilities improve. So that will be even more helpful. Nor a kicker wants to leave, which is a little unfortunate. But it looks like Georgia stomps Alabama. My goodness, they dropped 63 points in the national title game. They had 700 total yards. What the world? What? Anyways, so we're just gonna go ahead and advance into the players leaving. I think that's the most I've ever seen in a national championship game. But let's head into players leaving. See who is going to leave. Looks like we only got a couple. Danny is one of them, and he's going to stay. That's what we'd like to see. Sharp, though, is going to leave. Acker is also going to leave. Maurice is going to leave. Jules going to leave. Shermer's going to leave. Waitman's going to leave. And Wilbur will stay. So 2 of the 8 players stay. We do have a center going in the 4th round as projected. We'll check to see if that is true and see if we have any more players go into the NFL draft. Don't think so. I think our center was probably our best player overall. Pro potential is still why 2 people want to leave, but I accidentally went into the transfer portal. You guys get a little look at that. We did sign 2 5-stars at least. But heading into draft results, we had our 1 player get drafted in the 3rd round. So that's really going to raise the pro potential for the offensive line, which really helps it out. But anyways, I'm going to finish with the transfer portal, and I'll be back in just a second. So after the portal, we signed 21 players here in this class, which, again, is not bad. We signed the 4th best ACC recruiting class. 2 5-stars, 8 4-stars, and 11 3-stars. So not terrible. So let's go through and see what we got for development traits. This guy, it was a bust, but he did have impact dev. We'll take it. We do get a star dev with another wide receiver. However, he's only got 86 speed. That's a little unfortunate. Our other wide receiver with 92 speed only has normal dev. We do get elite dev athlete thumper archetype, so he's going to be a linebacker. But with elite dev, it's our first elite dev player. So we'll take it. We do get another star with James Free, a free safety. That's a great last name to have. We also have 2 star dev transfers coming in, a 4-star halfback and a 4-star right guard. Only 2 transfers that we got here this season as well. So pretty decent all the way around. Again, we do have that 1 athlete to move over. He's got 87 speed, 91 acceleration. As a thumper, he will be a Mike linebacker. Gladly take it. We have 3 quarterbacks still, surprisingly, with Danny, Josh, and Marvin. Danny will be our leading man. Let's see what he's got for... He still has some good stuff there. Pro potential is an F, but more than likely he'll be going into the draft next season. Halfback's an 86, along with an 85 from Ricky Newcomb. He does have the star dev, so same thing with Heath Stewart. And Mike Kendricks, of course, will be rounding it out. And the only unfortunate thing is we have no speed at halfback. Wide receivers, we got no speed there. We have 1 guy at 92 speed, and he's a freshman. Offensive line is probably the weakest that we've had it, although we can move Selassie over to left tackle to be an 80 overall. So we have 2 80 overall offensive linemen. But other than that, we don't have much. We're going to move Magnum over to left guard just so we can have 3, 3, 2, a bunch, and a couple. Edge rushers are good to go. Linebackers are good to go. We might move Starks over to Sam, linebacker. He will be the number 2, but I think that will be fine. Yeah, we have some depth there. Corners are actually somewhat pretty decent. We got some speed. We have a ton of free safety, so we need to move some to strong safety. Richard Hill will move over to strong safety. And we'll also have Boyette over to strong safety. And that'll be that, because we have our 1 kicker, we have our 1 punter, and just like that, we will advance the week to check out training results and see how this team looks. Again, we are an 84. We got 12,000 XP. We were an 84 overall last season. Let's see how this team will progress and be into next season. Well, we have 3 90 overall team, or 90 overall members. Is it still? It is still pro potential. That's he may leave. Hopefully, he goes to the draft. But let's take a look one by one. Danny is now a 90 overall. Josh is up to an 80 with a +5 to +4 speed and acceleration as well. And Danny is probably going to be a pretty good player. Stewart's up to a 90 overall with +2 speed and +3 acceleration. Diller went up +7, so pretty decent there. Wide receivers up to an 84. Wide receivers are pretty rough. We don't really have much there with overall. Tight ends an 80. Left tackle's 82. Left guard's up to a 79. Mossett's up to an 87. Murphy's up to a 74. And our right tackle's up to an 85. Our left edge is an 81 and 80. Our right edge is an 80 overall. One of our defensive tackles is an 80. We also have multiple 80s on the linebacker core, especially with a 90 overall for Tiva. I'm going to call him Tiva. We also have 88 overall for Dar. We have 87 overall Rashid for the corner position. We got a couple +4s and a +6 there as well. Safety's an 83. Strong safety 76. Our kicker's 76, and our punter is an 82. So again, we were an 84 overall last season. Let's see what this team will be. There's no shot we stay at an 84. That's lying to me. Oh no, we have one more. Yeah, we have to go one more. I forgot about that. We didn't have to encourage any transfers. We're still 4 under, but this team should be well above an 85. Probably near an 87 if I were to guess. And we are an 86. Like I said, we're going to be close to an 87. But anyways, that's ending season 4. It's on to season 5 here with Stanford. And here we are in season number 5 here with Stanford. We go 12-0 on the season. An undefeated season makes us number 2 in the nation. We beat Fresno State, FCS, Duke, Bowling Green, Wake Forest, Boston College, SMU, Florida State, Pitt, Louisville, Cal, and Notre Dame. And then we have to face number 17 Miami here in the ACC Championship game. No matter what, we are going to be going into the college football playoff again for the 2nd straight season. And hopefully this time we can win the ACC and get a bye. That would be nice. However, we did lose. So we are 12-1. We are an 87 overall, 89 offense, 86 defense, which will help with the offense-wise. I mean, we had a bunch of, I think we had 390 overalls this season. However, I don't know why we just dropped down to 85 overall, but we did for no reason at all. Jamario Allen wins the Heisman Trophy for Iowa. 81 catches, 1,400 receiving yards, and 22 touchdowns on the season. And we'll be playing Louisiana in the college football playoff. So honestly, we have an easier run than what we did last year. We'll check out the bracket as well. Colorado is undefeated at 13-0. But Louisiana, Colorado, Michigan, Ole Miss, and Miami won their respective conferences to make the college football playoff. Honestly, that kind of helps us because now Notre Dame's not in it. So that's nice. Stanford, Penn State, Oregon, Nebraska, Duke, Pitt, and Ohio State with the at-large bid. So a lot of ACC teams, total of 4, made it here in the college football playoff with Stanford, Miami, Duke, and Pitt. Still really weird to say that Stanford's in the ACC, but besides the point. We get Louisiana in the first round here in this one, and they are a 74 overall. Pretty decent, at least overall-wise. So let's see if we can take advantage of this overall advantage. I mean, we have a ton on their defense because they have a 71 overall defense. They do have a pretty decent offense. So we're going to need to play well, at least in this one, to move on to go play Colorado if we can get this win here against UL. But we'll see how we do. We're going to start on defense first, and the defense gets a turnover, and we get a touchdown on offense. Another turnover, but then we turn it. Oh, we missed the field goal. But it's 7-0 after quarter number 1. Now it's 14-0. Louisiana puts up a touchdown and a... Nope, I thought they had another one. But we get a field goal before the end of the half to make it a 10-point lead. Second half, Louisiana puts up a touchdown after forcing a stop. It's now 24-14 after we scored a touchdown. It's a big fourth down for them, and they fail. We get a big first down due to penalty, and now we get another touchdown. It's 31-14 here in the fourth quarter. We get another stop on defense, but then we turn over immediately, but another stop and another touchdown. It's 38-14. We can just fast forward here, and we're going to get the win. Stanford is going to beat up on UL 38-14. Defense only gave up 2 touchdowns. The offense really stepped up and got us the points. So a big win. We'll go play Colorado next week. And then if we win that, I know one of the teams is Michigan, but we'll have to see who wins in the first round as well for those matchups. But so far, a win is a win. We're going back to the quarterfinals. Let's see if we can get another one. We're back to an 86 overall across the board. Moncrief was the ACC Offensive Player of the Week with a couple big catches and touchdowns. Of course, we're facing Colorado in the Fiesta Bowl. Checking out the bracket, though, seeing who won. Penn State defeated Oregon. So the winner of Stanford, Colorado will go play Penn State, Michigan. Miami beat Nebraska, and Duke defeated Pitt, and they're a rematch in the ACC. So we got to play Colorado, and the winner would go play Penn State or Michigan in the next round. But Colorado is 13-0, and they're an 84 overall. So around the same overall-wise. We do have a 2 overall advantage on offense and on team overall, but of course they have a decent defense, so we have to score, and we cannot be giving up too many scoring drives if we want to win this one. We're going to start on offense first here in this one, and the offense goes down and get a field goal. Colorado turns it over, we get another field goal. So it's 6-0 at the end of one, and second quarter, Colorado gets a field goal, we get a touchdown. So far the defense has held on pretty strong. They give up 2 field goals. We have a 7-point lead at the half. They get a safety, so it's 13-8 going in the fourth quarter. We have the football, and it's a goal-to-go situation, and there's the touchdown, and we are up 12. Back-to-back sacks. They don't get a first down. We get another field goal. It's 23-8, a huge lead for us. They turned over on downs again. We can just fast forward because we are up 30-8, and that's back-to-back weeks that Stanford's offense puts up 30 points, this time against Colorado. We don't allow a touchdown in this one, and we're moving on to semifinals here in Season 5. Pretty strong start here for Stanford-wise, and of course we will see how everything goes. Danny just set the single-season passing yards record for Stanford. Of course, it helps when we have extra games, but moving on to semifinals. Let's see let's see who we face. And we are going to be playing Penn State in the Rose Bowl. So they defeated Michigan. Duke also beat Ole Miss, and Ohio State defeated Miami. So Stanford, Penn State, Ohio State, Duke. So no one who had a bye has moved on. Kind of wild. Everyone that played... No, Ohio State did have a bye. I'm sorry. But anyways, we get Penn State. They're 11-3 here on the season, and they are a 95 overall team. So let's see if we can pull off the upset here against Penn State. They are the better team on paper. But our offense has done pretty well here in this playoff run so far. We put up 30 points in back-to-back games. Our defense has been insane. So let's see if our defense can do it again. We're going to start on offense here in this one. And the offense drives down and get a field goal. Penn State gets a touchdown. And we would have the ball to start the second quarter, down 7-3, and we make it 10-7. Still that score until about, nope, it's going to be that same score at the half. So now second half, we start with a field goal. So we're up by 6. Now we're up by 9 with a 16-7 lead. And they get a field goal. So it's now a 6-point game here in the fourth quarter. We go 3 and out. It's not what you want right now, especially only up 6 points. And Penn State will take the lead 17-16. So we need to get into field goal range, but again, we go 3 and out. Defense, though, gets a huge stop. Now we are in field goal range. All we now need is a field goal to take the lead, and we get it. Now 50 seconds to go. They have no timeouts. We get a 3 and out on defense, and Stanford only puts up 19 points, but the defense comes up clutch. I don't know why our coach is on their sideline. We're not going to talk about it, but we're going to win 19-17 here in this one. Defense didn't allow, we only allowed points in 2 quarters. Just if we would have scored more touchdowns than field goals, this game would have been a blowout. But we do get the 2-point win. We are moving on to the national championship here with Stanford in Season 5. And let's see if we can get it done. Who are we going to be playing? And that team is going to be, after we get the Player of the Weeks out of the way, we playing Ohio State in the national championship game. They defeated Duke to get here. They put up 50 points on Duke. They also put up 31 on Miami. So they had to play all ACC opponents, Miami and Duke, for Ohio State. We had to go against, I think, Sun Belt, Big 12, Big 10, and now Big 10. So this will be a tough one here against 14-1 Ohio State, where they are a 97 overall team. So let's see if we can pull off another upset here in this one. Will be nice, but our defense will have to play it out of their mind here in this one, and our offense just has to put up some points. Get like 4 touchdowns, and I think we'll be solid. But you never know, and unfortunately with Ohio State, they're a pretty good team. But we're going to start on offense first as well. Let's see how we do, and we punt. But we do force a turnover, and we score a touchdown. Ohio State would answer with one of their own. It's 7-7 after 1. They would get another one. It's now 14-7. We get another turnover. Those 2 turnovers are big because we've turned them into 14 points. Second half, we score a touchdown to start the half after we get a stop on defense. It's 21-14. Heading into the fourth quarter, we have to punt. Ohio State can tie the game, but they have to punt as well. A field goal would be big, but a touchdown would be even bigger. It's now a 14-point lead with 3 to go. Now 2 to go. They score a touchdown. So it's a 1-score game by 6. All they now need is a touchdown, but we get a turnover, and that's going to do it. Stanford forces 3 turnovers in the national championship game to beat Ohio State. That's what happens when you're the better team. If you make mistakes, it will come back to bite you. Because 3 turnovers turned into 14 points, and the last one ended the game. So Stanford here in Season 5 will raise the trophy. And just like that, that is another team down. And the tree is celebrating. I didn't know this was a thing. I wish I never saw this. He's waving pom-poms out of the air like, I don't know. But we get the win 28-22 over Ohio State. And that would be another team down here in this one. So we'll check out the stats, of course, before we go here for this season. Danny had 4,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions on the season. Moffitt threw one pass, it was incomplete. Rushing-wise, Stewart had over 900 yards with 10 touchdowns. Danny also added 324 and 5, and Newcomb 270 and 4 on the ground. Receiving-wise, Moncrief had over 1,000 yards with 14 touchdowns. Ben Amaro had 942 with 6, so almost 2 guys with 1,000 yards. Gaiman at 804 receiving yards with 4 touchdowns, and our starting tight end with 660 and 6 touchdowns. Defensive-wise, Dar had the leading tackles with 91. Aldridge, Francisco, and Durango all had 15-plus tackles for a loss. Excuse me. Why does this guy have 40 skill points? Oh, because he's like maxed out. That's why. All right. That's something new every day. Anyways, Durango also led the team in 11.5 sacks. Rashid had 7 picks to lead the team. We had no defensive touchdowns, though. Kicking-wise, we did miss 1 extra point. We missed 7 field goals. Punting-wise, we did have 48 punts for 2,100 yards, 6 inside the 20, and 7 touchbacks. And no kick or punt return touchdowns here this season. But that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It is free. Really helps out the channel. Also, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We're very, very close to 500 subs. And once we hit that goal, we're doing a 24-hour stream right here on YouTube. Kind of cut it into 2 parts because YouTube can't handle more than 12 hours for a stream. Anyways, again, if you guys do want a team in this dynasty that you guys, or not in this dynasty, if you guys want to see a team that we have not done before, write a comment down below. We'll get into that team probably in the next couple videos. Again, I'm going out of town, so I will probably be recording a bunch of these early, so I won't be able to see them just yet. So, anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, weekend, whenever you guys are watching this, and I'm out. Peace.